Welcome to Absolute Legends. I am Funfus, I am Pete, I am back, and we're nearly in spring. So that means I've got to do my full different genres of designers, niche, cheapies, and also clones of what I'm going to be wearing this spring of 2025. So I'm going to do clones today, and like I say, next few weeks I will be doing the rest of them. But as always, I'm going to do it slightly differently to normal. I will do 5 for the first half of the spring and 5 for the second half of spring, because obviously the spring weather is a little bit different, so it's a bit cooler, a bit fresher, a bit wetter in the first part of the first 6 weeks, but the last 6 weeks it starts to get warmer, brighter, things are blossoming, the birds are singing a bit more. So I'm going to do 5 more that are a little bit more fresher for the second half. But as always, I'm telling you what I'm wearing clear edition for spring 2025. Right, these first 5 are in no particular order, and the second 5 are in no particular order, but I've just broken it up. So these are what I'll be starting. So from the start of probably March to about mid-April, that's kind of where I'm looking at. This first one came out a couple of years ago. It's dirt cheap. I think it's still running about 15, 16 quid. It is a clone of a discontinued fragrance, which I love. And this from the world of Maison Alhambra. This is Jorge de Profumo. This is a clone of Armani's Acqua di Gio Profumo, which has obviously been discontinued, which is a pain, but you know. So it's still got that marine notes, it's still fresh, it's clean, but it's got a little touch of incense in here. It's very nice, easy to pull off, mass appealing, smells absolutely fantastic. There is some others in this line which I haven't got yet, which I think I shall probably invest in at some point soon. This one does the job very nicely. You can wear this way if you like, if it's to the office, go and run errands, you're going out for a night out, this one will serve you well. If you don't want to pony up a stupid 200 quid for an Armani Acqua di Gio, this one for a sub 20 quid will be pretty accurate to it. There's not as much incense in here as the original from Acqua di Gio, but still pretty much, I would say 85% of the way there. Otherwise, if you don't, like I say, this is a great one. So this is Maison Alhambra Jorge de Profumo. Right, this next one came out last year. I've only just picked it up recently, and I showed a little haul in it, and I'll do a link for the video for that one underneath. But this one is an absolute stunner, and it smells great, and I think it's perfect for the start of spring. This is from French Avenue. This is Liquid Brun. This is clearly a clone of Altair, and a very good one at that. And I'm saying this is probably the first, I would say this is perfect for March. This is when I think it's still going to have a little bit of coldness, it's still wet, it's still damp, but you want to have something that really pops off your skin. It's got lots of praline, vanillic notes. It's very sweet. So if you're not into sweet fragrances and it just doesn't quite resonate with you, that's fine. Don't wear this one. But if you do, this is about 30 quid and Altair is about 170 quid. So the pricing, the difference is massive, but this one works fantastically close to that. And if you don't want to buy Altair because you know you haven't got the money, this is a very, very good substitute for it. So French Avenue did a very good job on this one. So my next choice would be French Avenue Liquid Brun. Right, and the third one I think is perfect for the start of spring, and this one is a classic from 2006. This is Duping. This came out in 2022, and this is Armaf Luxe. This is Eternia Man. I've spoken about this one before, and if you like Terre de Mes, the original from 2006, with that freshness of bitter orange, that's like almost earthiness to it, this is about, again, 85% of the way there. It's not expensive. This one runs sub 20 quid. I think it's run about 18 quid. Really a good dupe of it. And obviously Terre de Mes is more like 60, 70 quid, under 20 quid. It's very close. I said it's still going to give you that freshness. It's going to give you that slight flintiness, earthiness that Terre de Mes does, but still does a very, very good job. So if you're into that Terre de Mes and you like that sort of thing, this one should definitely be up your street. Like almost says, this is going to be one of those ones I will probably wear a little bit more often this year because I haven't worn it that much. And I do like Terre de Mes, but this one is a bit cheaper. So great little one for you. This is Armaf Eternia Man. Right, and the next one is also an Armaf, and this one kind of goes more on the lines of Dior Sauvage. Now this is more like a Dior Sauvage Eau de Parfum. This is not even close to how much the Dior Sauvage costs. Dior Sauvage costs about 100 quid. This costs about 30, so, but it still does a very good job. It's 90% of the way there. This is Armaf Magnificent Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. This has got that freshness to it, almost like metallic notes to it, but that pink pepper, very fresh, almost shower gel type. It works. It's a DNA that has been around for what, over a decade now. When the original first DNA of Dior Sauvage came out, this one does it very well. It performs for 8 to 9 hours off my skin for about 30 quid. You can't really go that far wrong with this one. This is a quick grab, go, and you don't have to think about it, and you know you're going to be smelling good the whole entire day. Doesn't matter if it's sunny, rainy, doesn't really matter. This one will do the job fantastically well. So my next choice, the first part of spring, is Armaf Magnificent Pour Homme Eau de Parfum. Right, the last one I will recommend for the first half of spring, and I always think if it's wet outside, I quite like a classy, clean Vetiver fragrance. Now, this one runs about 35 quid and it lasts about 7 hours off my skin, which I think is decent from this. This Emir is this Vibrant Vetiver Delight. This is a Byredo clone. I think it's Baldar Freak. It's very clean, it's very sexy. That Vetiver is grassy, fresh, easy to wear. Little touch of citrus in here. There's nothing in here that can offend anyone. I'll be perfectly honest with you. It smells fantastic. Baldar Freak is one of my favorites. I think it's my third favorite from Byredo. This white, this is quite high up in the list. It smells amazing. Really a very professional scent. I think that's what I would call it. Great little number for 35 quid, and you don't want to pony up. I think it's about 150 quid for Baldar Freak for 100 mils. This is a very good alternative. So try this one. This is Emir Vibrant Vetiver Delight. Right, these next 5 are from mid-April into May and getting towards that June time where it's going to start getting really hot. Bit more pleasant days, longer days, which is always great, especially in England, because obviously our time changes at the end of March. This one is a new one to my acquisition to my collection, and I think this is perfect. When I bought this, I did say I would probably put this in my spring list. This from the world of Emperor, which is a new house I've never tried before. This is Prive Rouge. This is a clone of Armani's Rouge Melechi, which costs about 130, 40 quid. This one, 13. So, you know, I haven't got the original, but this is lightly musky, very fruity, like almost like raspberries, a little touch of citrus in here, very playful sort of fragrance. So then when it starts getting a bit warmer, this one I think will work brilliantly. Now it just doesn't perform well, I'll be honest with you. Gets about 5 hours, but for 100 mils for 13 quid, I'm gonna just say I'll just reapply it. That's what I'll say about this one. Okay, let me know in the comments what would be another good one from Emperor, because I've only had one and I'd like to get some bit more into this house, so let me know in the comments. But this one I think is perfect, and if you're a younger person and you want to be a bit more playful, try this one. But this one's great for me. So Emperor Prive Rouge. Right, this next one came out I think in 2022. It's dirt cheap. It costs about 18 to 20 quid, give or take where you go. So that's again decent on price point. It smells like a niche house, which is very prestigious, and you'll know by the bottle. It's from Rouge Parfums, and if anyone knows about Rouge Parfums, Elysium is one of their best ones. But this is Imperium by Fragrance World, sorry. And this one is that very clean, almost shower gel vibe. It's got lots of lemon musk. It's got some citrus notes in here. Smells very, very good. This is where I'd start saying this is going towards into May, where you want to wear something light, a bit more fresher. Now, you roll what you want, but I just find fresher fragrances invigorating well. Again, another downside to this one, it only performs 4 to 5 hours, so it's not like a beast. But if you want to put some unboxing in or ISOE on it, then you're obviously getting to about 5, 6, 7 hours, which again, for a cheap fragrance, and it does smell about 85 to 90% there to Elysium, and obviously the bottle does look like Elysium. It's well worth having it. So a perfect one, again, where's when you like, it doesn't matter. So my next choice is Imperium by Fragrance World. Right, third one for the second part of spring. Again, this is another new acquisition, and this one is a very good clone of another Parfums de Marly. I seem to be liking Parfums de Marly at the moment, but this one is an absolute great dupe. I haven't got the original, but I have smelt it, and I now know which one it is. And if you like Sedley, you'll love this one. This is Lattafa Emir Legacy. This one smells so good. It's got lemon, it's got lime, it's so clean and fresh. It's invigorating. It's almost like you've jumped into a bath full of citric fruits. That's kind of where it goes. Very nice, easy to pull off. Anyone can wear this on. This one runs about 30 quid, 25 to 30 quid, depending on where you go. I have got 3 from this line. I've got the dark one, I've got the original, and I've got this one. I do believe there's a 4th one. I haven't got that yet. This would say is a just spray it and go. And I say this is more into May where I would wear this one. Longevity is about 6 hours, which again for a fresh fragrance, yes, it's not great, but we don't expect miracles on fresh fragrances. There's not very often you'll get a fresh fragrance that lasts 12 hours. It just doesn't happen. The citric notes just dies off, and that's how it was. But this one is a fantastic one. So for the next one I'm going to talk about is Lattafa Emir Legacy. Right, this next one came out last year. Got a ton of hype when it came out. A lot of people were like, oh, this is really, really good. But it does remind me of Jean-Paul Gaultier Le Beau. It's kind of got that vibe of sunscreen, freshness in these swear. It's got a beautiful note of coconut in here. And this is Lattafa Asad Zanzibar. This one, I think, is a fantastic one. Very clean, easy to wear, fresh. Like I say, that coconut in here. Almost smells like sunscreen, which I know that sounds a bit weird, and why would you want to wear sunscreen? It's kind of fresh, it's very invigorating, and touch of citric notes in here. Smells absolutely fantastic. So the performance on here is not great. I'll get about 4 to 5 hours, so it's not a beast mode. Again, I'm not expecting miracles when it's a fresh fragrance. I will just reapply it. Now, it was coming out about 80 quid when this first came out. Luckily, it has dropped to about 20 now, which is when I picked it up, and I think that's fine for this sort of fragrance. Really easy to wear, fantastic one. Wear this one again when you like, and this one's a great one. So for around May time, I'd wear, this is a Lattafa Asad Zanzibar. Right, then last one is a dirt cheap one. It does kind of give me nuances of Ultramol by Jean-Paul Gaultier. It doesn't have a pear note in here, but other than that, it's pretty similar. I would say it's about 85% of the way there, and it's not after now 9 PM before anyone asks. This one is from Lattafa, and this is called Ramz still, but this has got lots of lavender, freshness. It's very clean, easy to wear. Again, a perfect one for a nice spring day. You don't want to think too much. You just pick something up and go, and this does this absolutely fantastically well. Beautiful scent. Honestly, people snooze on things like these ones, and I don't know what the Ramz Gold is, what that is. I haven't picked that one up yet, but this one I do think is clean, fresh, soapy, almost like slightly barbershop style, but without like the pininess and like the oak moss. It's kind of a more refined, modern version of a barbershop fougere. Very underrated. I think this one's a perfect one. So my last choice for spring 2025, this is Ramz Silver. Right, so they have 10 amazing clone fragrances that I think is going to be perfect for spring 2025. But as always, time to tell you what I'm wearing today in Scent of the Day. Right, my scent of the day, and it's just because it's coming to the back end of winter, I just thought I'd put this on one more time because I really enjoy this one. It's coming in 2020. This is Armani, Strong With You, absolutely. This is rum, sweet, vanillic, chest up, bombshell. Is absolutely gorgeous. It projects like an absolute weapon, smells amazing, and to be honest with you, I enjoyed this for one last time because before I'm going to probably put it back in the cupboard. I'm probably not going to wear this in spring, summer, because it's just a bit too heavy. So I'm going to leave this alone. But always let me know in the comments what your scent of the day is. But mine is Armani, Stronger With You, absolutely. Right, so there you have it. 10 amazing cone photos I think are going to be perfect for spring 2025. As always, let me know in the comments what cone photos you're going to be rocking spring 2025. As always, I'm on TikTok and Instagram and posting there most days. And so find me there. And as always, if you're on the top 10 list, if you're through all your question, hit me up in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed yet, because I know about 80% of you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button. It's completely free. And as always, you absolute legends smell amazing. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.